There we go. All right, my name is Sarabi, and today we are going to talk about how to use Pinterest to gain clients and leads for your business. So go ahead and put in the chat box, how many of you already use Pinterest, either for business or personal use? Business only a little, okay. Anybody else? Personal. Oh, both? Okay, sweet. So you guys kind of have an idea of like the terms of what like pinning is, repinning, things like that. Yes. Somewhat. Okay, we could go over that. So I'm gonna share my screen here. So normally with my trainings, I kind of go so basically how to use Pinterest here. So basically, for those of you that are not familiar with Pinterest, it's basically a social media platform that allows you to share images and browse pictures so that way you can post with others. And then it also allows you to interact with those posts as well. Infographics are very popular with this platform because it's very visual based. So creating like flyers, like those decorative flyers, or having like a lot of pictures, slideshows, those are mainly what grabs the interest for Pinterest users. And also making sure you're creating your own content to direct more traffic to your page, because that's where your followers pretty much come from. You can repin a lot of things and find followers that way, but it's really in those created pins that you do for yourself that you find more of the engagements and your analytics drive from. So if you're not familiar, a couple terms that you want to, kind of learn when you're dealing with this platform is pins. So think of that as like a Facebook post. So whatever you're making, that's what you would consider a pin. Repinning is if you're sharing someone else's like content, like a reshare or a retweet type of thing. And then on Pinterest, they actually have boards that you can create where you have a whole collection of images and pins, and you put them together based off of a certain category or theme. There's also likes as well. So if you don't want to repin somebody's content, you can also like it to gain traction as well. So what you want to do for this is set up a free business Pinterest account. So we are going to do that here. Oop, I'm already signed in under mine. 1 second. Can you guys see that? Is it like black and green for you too? Or is that just me?
It's black and green.
Okay. Thought I was going crazy for a while. Let me go to mine and then let me log out. And we're going to start a whole new one. That was really weird. All right, there we go. All right, so you'll go to Pinterest here, and then you go to business. Oh, maybe that's the tab for it. Create account. And then you want to start, putting your information in. So let me just make something up here on one of my emails. I'll do that one. Password. So you go in, fill out all the information there. And then you want to get started building your profile. So you'll put your business name on here. So I'm just gonna put something. If you have a website, you'll put it on there. Country of origin, language, hit next. And then you want to start going based off of your focus. So for mine, it has a travel option on there. And then what are your goals for your specific account? So let's say show brand awareness, create content, drive traffic, and it'll allow you to pick up to 3. So those are going to be my goals for this page. Next. And then you can also do recommendations that you want to do. I always hit the local retail store or local service, but if you want to consider yourself a blogger, if that's a thing that you do, like travel blogging, you can do that as well. Consumer product, good or service, you can do that as well. It's really up to how you want to do it. I'm just gonna keep to the local service personally. And then if you want to run ads, so you can always change this later on when you make your profile. So I'm just gonna put, I'm not sure yet, but if you're ready to, you're absolutely able to hit, yes, I'm interested in advertising. And then it brings you to this. So it's created, and then now it'll prompt you to do whatever you want to start. So if you have a website, normally the middle one is to kind of connect your website to Pinterest. So that way, when you're posting on your website, it links directly to there. It didn't give me that prompt for this one because I selected the option early on that I did not have a website for this particular page. But you can start anywhere if you want to start sharing ideas, if you want to start to grow your audience, showcase your brand, whatever it is that you want to start with, you'll connect with those prompts here. So going kind of through this, it's kind of similar to like Facebook and Instagram in a way that it has a feed. So when you're going to the business home feed, it shows you the most like current pins that are going and active at that moment. If you are following people, it's going to show their content creations right on the beginning page for you. Today is any like different things that are posted in that day. Let me see here. It looks a little bit different with mine because I have stuff on here, but let's go to Business Hub. So claiming your website, this is where you'll go to like link your website to your Pinterest. So that way you, when you're on there, you could directly pin there, showcase any ideas that you want. So creating any pins and planning ideas. If you have conversations with people, because we're able to comment on other people's pins and things like that. So it'll show those conversations and conversion insights there. And then if you want to promote your content, there is a fee to promote your content. Just like with Facebook, if you're boosting posts, you have to pay a certain amount. It's the same thing with Pinterest, but that is definitely an option for you. And then if I had any like analytics, it'll be all listed here. So impressions refers to how many times my post has been clicked on, how many saves my posts have had, and any outbound clicks they've had as well. Now there's also a explore type of search engine here. Let me see if I can find it, because I don't have any ones saved on here, so it's probably not going to show. But you could just hit search and then you can pretty much look for anything. A lot of the stuff that people search for on Pinterest is very specific. So you want to kind of keep in mind when you're making your pins that you have certain keywords and things in your description, so that way you're easily searchable. So we are going to pretend to create a content on here. I'm actually going to log back into my original one because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I started Pinterest about like 2 months ago, but I didn't really start doing it right until like the past like 2 weeks. Only because I thought I was doing it right, and I actually got in contact with like my accountability partner, because she's like a Pinterest queen. Like her things are phenomenal. So I was asking her for like insights and little tips and tricks that I can start to kind of get my Pinterest going, because I was at zero for the longest time. So she gave me some advice, and then I kind of followed that through. So you could just go to this create pile here, and then we're going to go to create a pin. So I'm just going to make something. I'm going to use like an old mock booking that I did. I like to sell sports travel. So I'm going to create like a new type of board that I can start posting on. And I'm going to go back in my Facebook to see what I actually wrote for that mock booking. Oop. There we go. Yay. While I'm searching for this, do we have any questions at the moment? I still have some more stuff on the slides to talk about, but anything that I've talked about so far, do you have any questions? You can unmute yourselves. No? Where is it? I like that one. There it is. So I'm gonna copy and paste this into the text here. And I'm gonna kind of change it up a little bit, because this is it's not meant for Pinterest kind of users type of thing. So I'm gonna doctor it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep my hashtags, but I'm gonna make this a little bit more fluid with a lot less of the emojis and things like that, because Pinterest users, I mean, there's articles and things on here, so people don't really mind reading when they come to Pinterest. The reason why I have this like this for Facebook is because it's a fast going platform. So the more visual catching and less words, the better, but that's not necessarily true for this platform. So that's one thing you want to pay attention to when you're using your mock bookings on different platforms. Just kind of what works best for that specific one. Like Twitter is very short, so like my descriptions will be a lot shorter, and then it's very hashtag heavy, so you'll use like more hashtags with those type of ones. With TikTok, catchy music, and like the first like 2 seconds you want it to be very like attention grabbing, or people are going to keep scrolling, right? So different ways, learning the different social media platforms to kind of work to use your content work like for all of them basically. So I'm going to delete this part. Come see a showdown between the Colts and the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. I'm not going to put that information on there. For traveler's package. Okay. And then I'm going to put stay. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 nights. At the amazing resort in Las travelers. See, notice I said travelers again. You want to get some of those same keywords out in your descriptions, kind of like a rule of thumb. 3 keywords of the same word tends to help you when it comes to search engines. Will stay. I don't want to say stay again. I say travels will have. There we go.
Write accommodations.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I could type today. Accommodations. I feel like I'm not spelling that right. Is that right? Yeah. Round trip flights. And then travel. I'll change that to package includes cancel for any reason, travel insurance, game day tickets also included. So I said included 1, 2, 3, traveler 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Sweet. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm going to change it to. I still have the information I want them to have. And then I'm going to copy and paste this as well, because you can add your links for each of your pins as well. So this one's going to go to my website. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to link this to my job form instead. So that way they can directly start, planning their trip. So let me go back here. And again, guys, like I said, I've been starting to kind of really learn how Pinterest works and algorithms and like this. So I am still learning, but right now I'm just sharing what I found out so far, because I do find a lot of use in it, because there's a lot of great perks that you can get from using Pinterest. Like, a lot of our ads are very visual based. So why not use one of the top visual platforms for your business? I mean, it just makes sense to me. So we're gonna copy that, paste it, and then I'm gonna add my picture. All right. Then I'm gonna publish this a little bit later. So I'm gonna have this set to go out at 1. Just because that's when game starts. Too fast. All right, that's gonna be my publish, and then I'm gonna create. Must be. Oh. Okay, so I would have to actually go into Canva and resize this, but that's pretty much what you'll do, and then come up with a title for it. So you'll have your picture, you have your posts, and then you can post your links as well. I'm not gonna go into the whole Canva thing right now because that'll eat up time. But that's pretty much how you plan your posts around. And then from here, if you have different boards, it'll have a drop down menu and you can decide which board it wants to go to. So after you created your profile, kind of get an idea of what you want to actually have on your Pinterest account, because you want it to be focused and guided in a way, like it has to be organized. So whatever your niche is, you want to start creating boards around that, and then you can start planning your created pins and content around whatever repins you already have on your page. So how this is useful for us, tourism is very popular on Pinterest. About 25% of Pinterest activity is related to travel or tourism. So what that basically tells you is a lot of people, they come to Pinterest for travel ideas, and it's up to you guys to use that, you know, that idea to implant to your clients, basically, whether it's a backpacking trip, if they want to all inclusives, if they're very eco-friendly, you know, there's different resorts and stuff that they might be partial to versus other resorts, right? So kind of get an idea of what you want to showcase and then start there pretty much. And then also some kind of numbers that you want to think about I think it says 40 million. This is based off of research I've done. Says over 40 million users on platform go there for vacation ideas. So that's a lot of traffic for something that we are actually, you know, marketing for. So use those resources for sure. So other ways this is helpful, it's very visual based, like stated earlier. So it helps us with our effective marketing tactics when we're sharing our flyers, making those mock bookings. You want to have a couple of those added as well. Images, videos, anything visual based, you want to put it on your page because that's what it's there for. And then also content is actually stored longer on Pinterest. So you can post something and it could stay up there for 6 months. As long as people are sharing it, liking it, repinning it, it's not going to go away unless you take it down personally. So the algorithms for this, I know I talk a lot about in my other trainings, how Facebook and Instagram, they go based off of reach and impressions. Well, in this case, impressions is good because that means it stays on the actual display home feed for Pinterest longer than, say, if you have Facebook. Once you post something on there, and it's not trending anymore, or you know, other things gets lost in the feed because it's not more recent. This goes based off of impressions. So anything that has a lot of clicks, a lot of likes, a lot of repins, it's going to stay up on there longer, and then it's going to be visual to a lot more users that haven't seen it before. Sorry. You guys said you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Is it better? I didn't see this until now.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, my husband is connecting. Apparently, we're having soundbar issues. Sorry.
Yeah, Liz, you broke up really
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I saw that kind of late. I apologize. And then other reasons why it's useful, you can build your audience based off of your niche or theme boards. So if you want to specialize in all inclusives, you want to specialize in destination weddings, a lot of bucket list travelers are on Pinterest, road trip travelers, anything, you can build your boards based off of those and then kind of build the audience there. Because once you build your audience, chances are you're going to have your website on there. You're going to have all of your job form and information on there. So they're going to then, you know, it brings more traction to your website. So having a higher audience kind of translates to having higher clients, especially when you think of the demographics that are on Pinterest. basically about 200 million based off of the research I did, like I said earlier, there's 200 million users on Pinterest that use it, just active users. And 40% of them actually have like a household income of $100,000 or more. So those are the people that are on here looking for travel agencies, looking for different travel agents, different places to take their families, different places they can, have anniversary trips with their husbands, right? Or, wives, whoever's on there. So there's a lot of people on here ready to spend money, and you want to be able to market yourself to them as well. Liz, that's funny. There we go. And again, with these people that are on here, they're ready to buy. How many people here who's on Pinterest went and bought something that they saw for a DIY? I'm just curious. I do it all the time. I have so many mason jars at home just because I wanted to make like a home garden or a windowsill garden that I've seen. So 87%, this statistic actually shocked me, purchase things from what they saw the platform. So that's where your mock bookings are going to come into play. So you're going to have the content that you created around the destinations, and then you're going to throw in a mock booking there as well with your job form or with your website. And then they're going to be like, oh, I just saw this beautiful tour that I can do in Montego Bay, and here's a mock booking for it. Let me go see what this is about. So you want to give yourself, advertise in a way that, is ready for, they don't have to go looking or searching for you. You already have that implant there. Me, a diffuser for my car with this. Yeah, see, I have way too many DIY projects that I wanted to start and then just never got around to it. I have all the materials for them, but I never did them. So I'm one of those people. I'm the 87%. And then promoting your mock bookings there. So couple of tips that you want to use for your page. Making sure you're using quality images. Like you saw in when I tried to post my mock booking, the image wasn't in the right demographic, so I have to resize it in Canva. But you want to pick something that's not like blurry or like just a nice shot to kind of sell to your clients pretty much. Keywords. So the rule of thumb for keywords, stating something 3 times in the description will bring you higher on the search engines. Same thing with the title. You want to have some of those keywords in there as well. And then knowing your analytics. You need to know your audience, and then you also need to know your content. So you can figure out how it works for you and how to market to not only the people that are already in your audience, but the ones that are also not there yet. And then to be easily searchable. So keeping those descriptions written in a certain way, hashtags, having rich pins, which are basically pins that contain articles with them as well. And that'll kind of help optimize your search engine results. So going back into my page, I'm gonna save this one. It's going to be posted. So this is something I've been having to work on, but keeping things short. So I have like a quick 3-sentence, 3-sentence description about what I love, what my specialties are, and then kind of what I want out of Pinterest. I'm probably going to change this, but this is what I have for right now. Monthly views, how many people I'm following, my website is on there, and then my followers, which is getting better because I was at 0 for the longest time. And then it shows you what your created pins are. So I was doing a test to see which mock bookings will work better for my page. So this is kind of what I've done. I have all these on here. You can tell what the impressions are for each one. And then now I'm starting to get into creating my boards. my board covers for the boards that I have. So those are my created ones. And then under saved is everything that you've repinned. So these are all my boards here. I have family memories where I'll do all my like family markings and family lists, living the dream. That's what I consider my bucket list crowd. So I have a bunch of like bucket list type of repins on here. Let me see here. I'm doing destination weddings and things like that. So these are just like setups for that. Travelistas, we have those solo women travelers or just little daily things that you can do like for women who are traveling, hairstyles that look nice, that stay nice during pools, things like that. More wedding stuff to kind of appeal to that destination wedding crowd. Of course, you have to have food on there. I love food. So this is more so a personal thing that I just enjoy. I just like to look at recipes. Same thing with cakes and things like that. But it can translate into destination weddings too and touristy things, right? At least that's what I tell myself. More destination wedding stuff. Happy hour drinks, that's a personal one. Greenhouse, that's also personal for me. So you want to integrate it a little bit, have things that you enjoy on there as well as the travel things. Touch of Paradise, that's more of like for my anniversary trips. So I have like all inclusives on there. I have like wedding or like little date night ideas type of thing. Nails for me. And then agency news. They actually have travel agency things on Pinterest where they give you tips on like social media marketing and things like that. So you can post that there. Another thing, when you have boards, let me see, I'm gonna click on this one. You can also create sections within the boards. So this is like my typical board here. I also have one for like people with natural hair. So that will be a section for them to like look at different things for those who have like a specific hair texture. Same thing with, let me see here. I can't think of which ones. I'm still organizing all of these, but one of the other ones I have different sections for the anniversary crowd as well. Now that's mine. I'm gonna show you my accountability partner who actually is like a beast at this, who taught me everything. This is what her page looked like. Hold on. Because she's a lot further than I am, I can show you kind of how it looks. Let me see here. Where is it? Hold on. Stand by. I need help with destination weddings. How can I access this court? Yeah, destination weddings is one of those things where there's not a lot of trainings on them. So you kind of have to really research for a lot of stuff. What?
For destination weddings, try to get in, like, check your emails from other vendors. They do a lot of destination wedding trainings.
Really?
Yes.
That's good to know, because I've been like I did the certification that's on our list, but after that, like I did not know where to go to start with that at all.
I believe
Yes.
they have one for classifications.
Yes, it's coming up like this week, I think.
Right.
We could
I
still
know my-
register for it.
Yeah. If I can find the email, I'll let you know.
Yes, please. That would help. There we go.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people do the destination weddings, or I mean, at least I know my accountability partners do. I might actually have it in my accountability because I have 2 accountability partners.
Yeah.
And I think I think I might have put it in our chat.
Yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you. But this is hers. So as you can see, she has like their following base. She has her followers on here, and she gave me permission to share this also. So this is kind of like how she categorizes everything. Nails, clothes, like travels. This is her travel related stuff. Obviously there's a lot of things that she did on here that was before she became a travel agent, but just to kind of get you an idea of how to organize things, coming up with like clever little titles for your pages so that way it's short and sweet, and people can kind of find it appealing. But you see how visually appealing all of this looks, like all the pictures on here, close-ups. Some of them are, you know, give you different options. Let me go down here, right? And it's very easily accessible. You know what each board is going to showcase. So that's what I really liked about hers. And obviously the followers came, you know, as she did it, because look at how many pins she has. That's a lot. So that's pretty much most of what I've uncovered for Pinterest. Typically you want to be pinning at least like 11 times a day. I know that's a lot, but that's what's recommended. And then you also want to wait until more so the evening time to start doing your pins, because that's when more people are more likely to see them. So with that being said, do we have any questions? I kind of went a little faster than I thought I was gonna go with that. You guys can unmute yourselves. It's very informal.
Do you suggest, if we have a big Pinterest page already, suggest getting rid of certain boards so that it's not overwhelming to find the travel boards?
Not necessarily, because that can still work in your favor. If somebody is going to you for one thing and then they also see that you're a travel agent, they're like, huh, I wonder about that. And then you can also gain an audience that way. So I don't think so. I think that's a good to keep, because like you saw with her, she had a lot of things on there that wasn't travel related,
Right.
but I mean, she still had travel stuff on there as well.
I recently posted just a bunch of generic beach tropical pictures, and I've
Yeah.
gotten a lot of likes and some repins. So I think people are really drawn to those pictures.
Oh yeah, for sure. The anything like all inclusive, tropical, and then honestly European stuff too, that those are really like popular pins as well. Let me show you one that I created. I actually use Vax for this because Vax actually has articles that you guys can utilize, and then I attach the articles to create like what they call like a rich pin. So anything that goes to an article is considered a rich pin. But this is one that I found, and I created all of this through Canva. So that's the video, and then when they click on this, it takes them to the Vax article that's in Compass. And then they can go to each of the different destinations, click on them if they want to, read the descriptions and things like that. So definitely use Vax as a resource when you're doing Pinterest, because you can get a lot of content after this. And a lot of the content that you use for Pinterest, you can also use in TikTok for like series and things like that, if that's something that you do. But this was like the very first created pin I ever did. So I'm gonna start doing more like this because it seemed like it's a little bit better visually for the other stuff that I've posted. Also join Spoiled Agent. They have so many trains. Nice. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, I put one of the wedding things up there a little bit higher.
Yeah, I clicked on it, so I have it saved onto my little tabs there.
Awesome. The spoiled agent idea actually came from Jody Wodarski. Jody, I'm gonna butcher her last name, Wodarski. So it was on her tricks and tidbits, and she told us to join Spoiled Agent. So I did, and I get so many different trainings, emails, and I think that's where I got that Ryu website where they said to invited me to join the wedding one. So
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna get registered with them, and that's gonna be very helpful.
yeah, Liz, see, you love Spoiled Agent too. Yeah, you get so many emails about trainings. You could like learn about anything. There's so many trainings there. So
Yeah, you can even go in and pre-register for their upcoming webinars, and they have really, really, really great like all the agent discount rates are on their site. And then they do a lot of giveaways too. The only thing that I can't figure out with Spoiled Agent is it's a Canadian-based company. So I can't figure out which webinars they allow US agents to actually be entered into their drawings for.
if you
Oh.
attend all the way to the end, you're entered into their drawing.
And that you do know that is for US agents as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. Thank you for that information. I learned something. So I'm just basically showing you where I get my articles from Vax. Under the compass here, you can go to the Compass magazine. And they have like a whole bunch of different articles. Oh, maybe not. Sorry. Travel Inspo Toolkit, that's where I go. And then I go to shareable content from Compass. So this is where I got, so that says 7 eco-friendly ones. I have a couple of these, all-inclusive wellness and Caribbean. 6 screaming good theme parks. And then if you want to find more inspiration from the Compass, you can click on this link and it'll take you to all the different articles and stuff that you can pin to your page. So you see this little pin thing, that's where I get this from. You just have to download it on your like a widget type of thing. I think that's what it's called. But whatever this little toolbar thing, it asks if you want to add Pinterest to it. I do it. So that way, whenever I'm researching something and I see something cool, I can directly save it to my board from there. Ooh. Spooky destinations to add to your, that's pretty cool. I'm actually gonna add that right now. The dream. There we go. And that's gonna go straight to my board. This video is gonna be posted into the chat. So once I'm done here, we're gonna like upload it, and then I'm also gonna post it onto my YouTube channel as well. I can put that in the chats for you. It'll probably be posted onto the YouTube channel first before the chats. So I'll put that in there. All right, do we have any other questions?
How do you say your name? Sarabi?
Yeah, Sarabi.
Oh, thank you. I didn't want to butcher it. Thank you so much for this. This was a great start.
Thanks, no problem. I'm glad I was able to help. I'm gonna try to do this one again next month as well. So that way we can see what it looks like, you know, from the time span. Cause like I said, I started really doing this right like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I want to see what that progress is. If you guys want to join that one as well, and maybe we'll learn some more things on the insights for the next training. Can you link my pink? Okay.
Robbie, you're great at the trainings. I really appreciate it. And I know that you're not like a seasoned person.
Yeah.
So, but you're great with these social media trainings. I appreciate it.
No problem. I really
And of
enjoyed
course, you're
it.
my neighbor.
Yeah. Just down the road.
I know. Go Bucks.
All right. Someone asked for my Pinterest link. Let me see if I can put it on there. Oh, I could just copy it directly from here. There we go. All right, so the link is in the chat box. I want to say thank you everybody for attending this training with me today. If you liked it, I put my YouTube channel on there. You could go ahead and like and subscribe. I also do other trainings that I don't necessarily post into the chats, so you can see those on my channel there. All right. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. You too.